So I was walking through Inkopolis Square, and one of the popular posts was somebody asking for the Ink Strike to return from Splatoon 1 into Splatoon 2. So it got me thinking about what special weapons could return from Splatoon 1 into the sequel, and do I want them to return? Just because I feel like the special weapons in Splatoon 2, they do feel like variations of the special weapons in Splatoon 1. So Ink Armor feels like the Bubbler. The Kraken, I feel like the Baller is Splatoon 2's equivalent. The Ink Zuka is replicated with the Inkjet, and pretty much you've got the Killer Whale, which is pretty much the Stingray, but with the Stingray you can actually move with it, whereas Killer Whale you set it down and it just basically set off a wall of ink in just one direction. With the Stingray you can move it about, alright, with limited movement, but I feel like the Stingray is the Killer Whale in Splatoon 2, and the Ink Strike is sort of replicated through the Tenta missiles as well. So you sort of do have that experience, and with this person's request for the Ink Strike, you got to remember that you don't have the gamepad anymore to place down where you want to put down your Ink Strike. So what they would have to do if they did bring back the Ink Strike is, bring back the map on screen over your gameplay, and then you will have to use motion or gyro or just directional buttons like the D-pad to set where you want to place your Ink Strike, and that could be very awkward to do. But also it could affect you in the match as well, because it could take you a while to do that, to get used to that, and by the time it does take you to place your Ink Strike, somebody could come along and splat you off. So I don't think the Ink Strike should return, and I don't think any of the other special weapons should return, especially the Kraken. The Kraken for me was broken just because you couldn't splat anybody in that special weapon. The Bubbler was invincible, whereas I think the Ink Armor is better just because you do have a chance of splatting somebody that is using the Ink Armor. The only special weapon that I want to see return from Splatoon 1 into Splatoon 2 is the Ink Zuka, just because I find it better than the Inkjet. I just find it easier to use, and I feel like with the Inkjet, its blast radius, it doesn't, it's quite hard to splat somebody with the Inkjet. That's what I've noticed. I find the Ink Zuka much more easier to use. So that is the only special weapon that I want to see return from Splatoon 1 into Splatoon 2. Do I think Nintendo will bring back any of the special weapons from Splatoon 1 into Splatoon 2? I don't think they will do, to be honest with you. I think they said that Splatoon 2 will have brand new special weapons, and I think what they did do is just rework all of the special weapons from Splatoon 1. So I don't think we will see any special weapons from Splatoon 1 into Splatoon 2, just because I feel like you will just have two of everything pretty much. So the Ink Zuka, like what I said, is pretty much like the Inkjet. You will just have copies of existing special weapons in Splatoon 2 if they did start bringing back some of the special weapons from Splatoon 1. And for me, the special weapons in Splatoon 2 are much better than the special weapons in Splatoon 1, so I wouldn't want to see them return. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. Would you like to see any of the special weapons from Splatoon 1 return in Splatoon 2? And yeah, that is it for this video, and I will see you next time.